there, coffee, pastries. If you're anybody online this morning, oh, right. Yeah, all right. Welcome. Hey, so anyway, our special guest today and presenter is Pamela Holt. She is the executive director of the Gig Harbor Film Festival. This is her second year running the festival. As you know, during COVID, they had to shut down for a couple of years like we all did, you know. As a 27-year resident of Gig Harbor in Fox Island, Pam has attended the Gig Harbor Film Festival off and on since it started in 2007. She loves films and creating an engaging, connected experience for our community. Her background is in marketing, and she's thrilled she found a perfect alignment in this role. Please welcome Pam.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, I got the mic. Good morning, everybody. I am so happy to be with you here this morning. I see a lot of familiar faces, so I really appreciate all the support we have for the Gig Harbor Film Festival. I'm just going to do an overview of the festival. Hopefully we'll see a few trailers this morning, and then we'll go ahead and take some questions. So I just wanted to make sure that you did have the dates of September 21st through the 24th on your calendar. Opening night is Thursday, and we will run through Sunday when we have our awards ceremony, and we show the winning films on Sunday. I wanted to briefly touch on the mission of the Gig Harbor Film Festival. We focus on featuring independent films that draw on the unifying power of cinema to promote understanding, tolerance, and global awareness. So I like to emphasize the independent part because that is all of our filmmakers are independent filmmakers. They don't currently have films, or at least the films that we show are not picked up by a major studio. Sometimes that happens later. Sometimes we have an independent filmmaker that does go on to make it big. We had that last year with our Freedom's Path film, and it went into national distribution. But we like to focus on the independent filmmakers, the new talent, not necessarily that the filmmakers are new at filmmaking, but just new films. Brief overview here. This year, we have 64 different films. We have something for everybody, we think. Again, the dates always are the last weekend in September, the 21st through the 24th. Our home is at the beautiful Galaxy Theaters in Uptown. We are very grateful this year that we have the whole right side of the theater. So last year we had 3 screens that we showed our films on. This year we're expanding and we have 4 screens. So when you walk into the Galaxy, we will have the whole right side. That'll be the Gig Harbor Film Festival for 4 days. We promote the Gig Harbor Film Festival actually as a filmmakers film festival. And we love to take really good care of our filmmakers because they are the ones, they're the creatives that bring us the talent and the amazing films that we can present to you. So we pretty much bend over backwards to provide them with VIP passes, general admission passes, if they have crew that's coming, family, friends, that kind of thing. We love to welcome them to Gig Harbor. We have filmmakers that come from all over the country to Gig Harbor. So we love to provide that warm, small town, intimate kind of boutique experience. That's what our specialty is at the Gig Harbor Film Festival. So there's a couple different options we have this year for participating in the film festival. The first one is a general admission pass. These passes are $50 and you can purchase them in person only at the Galaxy Theater. And it's a wristband, kind of looks like this. So those are on sale right now at the Galaxy for $50. The wristband includes all of the films for 3 days. So you can see films Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. One thing I like to remind people about is all of our films are shown twice. So if one of your friends goes on Friday, sees a great film like Corky, and they tell you about it, you won't miss out. You can see it the next day on Saturday. Winning films actually are shown a 3rd time on Sunday. So there's a chance for everybody to enjoy the great films. The general admission pass also includes the award ceremony. That will be Sunday morning at 9:45. This year, we have even more categories. So we have 10 different categories of winners. So we'll have our awards ceremony. Everybody can attend. The winners will be announced, and then we'll show the winners again late morning, early afternoon. And that's when we wrap up the festival. The second option that we have are our VIP passes. Those sell for $375. We are sold out of VIP passes this year. We had really tremendous demand. So I actually have a short waiting list going, and I have a lot of people on the list for 2024. What we do with our VIPs is people that get on, that enjoy the VIP can roll over to the next year if they would like. They have first chance to renew, like your Seahawks tickets. So we had a lot of our VIPs that just rolled over. So if you are interested in that option, please reach out to me and I'll make sure that you're first on the list for 2024. The VIP pass does include full access to all of the events. So we have opening night. We are featuring a film, East of the Mountains, with Tom Skerritt. So that'll be on Thursday night. When you have a VIP pass, it includes the different parties and events. Just for an example, on opening night, we'll be headed over to Fondy after we show East of the Mountains, and we'll have a private party there. So we have a filmmakers party Friday night, those kinds of events. Oktoberfest with the Kiwanis is also included in the VIP pass. So that has a lot of different events. It also has priority seating. So here's just a quick picture of our VIP passes, which we are getting ready to prepare now, and also our wristbands. We have pretty much all the genres of film. Like I said, we kind of have something for everybody. So I said we focused on independent films. We have both feature-length films running maybe an hour and a half or so, what you would typically see if you go into the galaxy. And we also have a lot of short films, which we condense together in a block. So a block of short films might be anywhere from 6 to 11 short films put together. We have narrative films, which tell a story. We have a lot of documentaries. We've been pretty documentary heavy. We find people really enjoy that. So we do have documentaries, and probably a favorite category here is the Made in Washington category. So we love to feature our local filmmakers and our local talent. We found last year that some of our overflow films, when we had to go into a second theater, were like 700 feet down. They were our local Made in Washington films. And so we've got you'll see in your program, we have 2 blocks of Made in Washington films. This year, we are really excited to be featuring 4 world premieres. So at the Gig Harbor Film Festival, we're going to show you 4 films that have never been shown in the world before. And we are so excited about that. One of those is The Lost Angle. So we are so excited to have that. We always have a category for US premieres. I don't think I have any in that category this year, but we do track it. And we have 26 films that have been made in Washington that have not, or 26 films that have not been shown in Washington yet. So it's exciting whenever when we get a premiere. We like to promote that. After the film is screened, we often have a Q&A session with the filmmakers. When I put together this presentation, we had about 35 filmmakers. We have since had more filmmakers respond. So I think we're probably up to somewhere about 50. A lot of times the filmmakers will bring their crew, maybe an actor or an actress, a writer or a producer. Sometimes they'll bring family members. So we can have a pretty big crew down there when we do the Q&A sessions. So I always love to highlight that in the program because I think it's really fun when you can hear the director and what their vision was and how the film was created. You kind of get some extra insight to it. One thing I like to mention is that We are actually considered, the Gig Harbor Film Festival is one of the top 100 best reviewed film festivals in the world. And when I go out and speak to groups, most people don't know that, or they don't have that in context. So to put that in context, there are over 12,000 film festivals throughout the world. And Gig Harbor is in the top 100. So we are essentially in the top 1% of all of the film festivals in the world, and that's pretty amazing. Film Freeway is the platform that all of the filmmakers apply to. They submit their films. So they go online and they pay a small fee, and then their films are reviewed. And we get hundreds and hundreds of films. So our curation team goes through a lot of films to bring the best of the best. So to distill it down to 64 films, when there's nearly 600 applications of submissions, takes a while. But that's what we do. That's how we bring the best of the best to Gig Harbor. So I would like to show a couple trailers. The first film that I wanted to highlight is Sam Now, which is locally produced by Reed Harkness, and he will be attending. So we will have a Q&A afterwards. This particular film depicts a journey of a young man whose mom left at 14 unexpectedly from their household. And he and his half-brother go on a journey to find her. And it takes about 15 years, the journey that they document. So I'm going to see if we can show. Yeah. If we're talking about local, usually Washington, Oregon, yeah. Well, like Kit Wilson, we're showing COLA. Kit Wilson is right here in Gig Harbor. We had a few Gig Harbor local residents last year that that we featured a film. So, but yeah, when I say local, it's
This
more
is my half-brother Sam.
Washington, Oregon.
I've been filming him since he was 11.
Oh my God! Oh, Joyce!
This is his mom.
I felt so special around her.
Joyce is here and Sam.
She would dance to music with me on her shoulders.
When he was 14, she vanished without telling anyone.
Did she say goodbye? Or?
No, didn't say goodbye that time.
At age 17, Sam and I take a road trip to find her.
Mother! Come on, wherever you are!
I want her to know that I'm not mad at her.
No worries.
This is my half-brother Sam. I've been filming him since he was 11.
Oh my God! Oh, Joyce!
This is his mom.
I felt so special around her.
Joyce is here and Sam.
She would dance to music with me on her shoulders.
When he was 14, she vanished without telling anyone.
Did she say goodbye? Or?
No, Didn't say goodbye that time.
At age 17, Sam and I take a road trip to find her.
Mother! Come on, wherever you are!
I want her to know that I'm not mad at her. She is wanted.
What happens if Sam has to hear that his mom doesn't want to see him?
So when we set out to find your mom, did you get what you wanted?
You have set in motion a journey that will circle around in your life.
Now I have to start leaning into that discomfort, or I'm gonna be like emotionally stunted my whole life.
Just kept asking me, do you really want to do this, Sam?
In everyone's youth, there's at least one pivotal something. It haunts us, but it can make us stronger.
Things will not be the same after you do this. Sam will be different.
So are you ready to talk about your mom?
Okay, and then there's another. Well, we can just go, you can just leave it that way. So the next film I believe we have is Corky, the next trailer. Corky is a documentary. It's very moving. It's about
is a legend.
The orca whale, Corky, that was captured many years ago. I think it's about 50 years ago, and currently is still in captivity at SeaWorld. So this film talks a lot about the journey of Corky and a lot about orca families and how orcas communicate. It's a really powerful film for me. It's also extremely relevant given that the southern resident orca, the last one, Tokite, died on last Friday in the Miami Seaquarium. So we'll just show a short trailer here, and this will give you a little glimpse into Corky.
In her own right, because she is the largest female in captivity in the world. She's 8,200 pounds. She's larger than some males. She's got this massive, perfectly straight dorsal fin. She's very forgiving, tolerant, where most killer whales are not.
Corky is a tremendous optimist. She was a seductress. She made Orky get active every single morning.
So Corky was captured in 1969, and it really wasn't until about 20 years later that we started thinking about the possibility that she might be able to have a life back in the ocean with her family.
I think today we are so much more open-minded about what we want in the world and where we want the world to go. You see a lot more kids standing up and talking about what they want done.
I love that hope. Hope doesn't just go away, and when it comes to Corky, we're going to keep that hope alive.
There's one simple hearing hack anyone can use to improve their hearing almost overnight.
One more.
Did you know that hearing impairments have nothing to do with your ears?
The next trailer I want to share with you briefly is called The Thief Collector. I saw this film at the Palm Springs International Film Festival in January. I was in a packed theater. I was absolutely captivated by The Thief Collector. I still think about it. I'm still trying to figure out the story behind it. Basically, there was a very famous painting that was stolen from the University of Arizona Museum of Art, I believe it was. The painting was, it just disappeared. And it mysteriously resurfaced in a home in New Mexico when the couple passed away. So we're going to show a little trailer, And I hope it will intrigue you as much as it did me. I'm looking forward to seeing this film again a second time.
It wasn't a heist you'd see in a Hollywood movie.
Authorities still don't know who took it.
It's a mystery, an unsolved case.
Many thought a $160 million masterpiece was gone forever until it turned up in Silver City.
There's basically three types of thieves. The first type is the theft of opportunity. The second is the individuals who are doing it for money.
And then there's the third kind of art thief, and that's the art thief who steals for themselves.
And those are the most dangerous.
Rita and Jerry Alter were my aunt and uncle. Oh, they were definitely soulmates, and he would do anything for her.
Their house was full of souvenirs from their travels around the world.
It seems like this couple is really the story here. They're the mystery.
If you got the right psychology, you go after that painting. You take it, you make it yours.
They saw themselves as masters of victimless crimes. This is crazy to me that it was just hanging up on their wall.
We didn't know the real Jerry and Rita.
The thief collector is the darkest of them all.
Wasn't it worth about 300,000?
160 million.
Yeah. Well, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't give you $5 for it.
So I hope you will be able to join us and come check out The Thief Collector and see what conclusions you can draw from this true life crime documentary. The last trailer that, and we're not going to show this trailer, but I wanted to highlight The Lost Angle. This is truly local, hyper-local, thanks to Mr. Kurt Grimmer. So the brief story on The Lost Angle was several years ago, a young man, his mom dropped him off in Tacoma at an estate sale, and he found a canister of film, and it depicted Galloping Gertie plunging into the Tacoma Narrows. And it was footage that had never been seen before, and it was from an angle that had never been shown before. So a local team turned this finding, this film, this raw film, into an incredible 11-minute short film. And it is absolutely fascinating. So we have the world premiere. We will be showing it opening night, and we'll also be showing it 2 more times throughout the festival, and it'll be in a block. So I really encourage you to check it out. We're going to have Brandon Hendricks there. We're going to have Heath Hollinsby there for the Q&A. They are super excited to come. So this is Heath Hollinsby owns the Meraki Agency, which produced this film, literally in University Place. So hyper local. We're super excited about that. So that'll give you kind of a little taste of what we've got lined up. So how can you join the fun? You can go ahead and buy a general admission pass. Again, it looks like this wristband, $50. We also have a Monday movie night series. So the last Monday of every month, we are over at the Galaxy at 6:30. We show a really interesting film that kind of appeals to our crowd that maybe wouldn't normally come to the Galaxy, or wouldn't be shown at the Galaxy, I should say. So this month, we are featuring a film called 32 Sounds. So that'll be August 28th at 6:30. If you are interested in ever joining, you can just buy your tickets to the Galaxy, go online, buy your tickets, and just show up Monday night at 6:30. It's a lot of fun. The biggest way that we support the film festival financially is through our annual auction. We wrapped up our auction last June. We had a very successful event, which is going to allow us to deliver an amazing film festival to you here next month. We already are on the calendar for our auction next year on June 10th. There are different ways to promote the festival. If you are interested, you can donate. I always ask people to just spread the word about the film festival, talk to your friends and family about it, support our local sponsors. We have a lot of people that like to volunteer every year for the film festival, and you can apply online if that's something that you're interested in. These are some of our sponsors. We have 3 sponsor levels. We are extremely grateful to our sponsors that allow us to continue to put on the film festival at the quality level that we have. Sorry, barbecue got a little bit covered up. But there you are. Barbecue to you also provides food to our VIP lounge. They recently supplied incredible barbecue for a summer event that we had for our auction, which was just delicious. So anyway, these are some of our local sponsors. We've got Formosa right next door to the theater. So if you happen to want to grab a glass of wine or something like that after a film, we've got you covered there. This is just a few shots of our volunteers from our auction. We usually have 40 to 50 different volunteers that help in the theater, and people help put up posters beforehand. This is a list of our media partners. We've grown quite a bit in who we're partnering with this year. We've got community partners and supporting and in-kind partners. So we're really grateful to everybody. Obviously, we are a nonprofit. We're a community film festival. So we really rely on all of our partners. So at this point, I think I would like to do 2 things. I want to open this up to some questions. And then I also want to see who has their good listening ears on this morning, because I have a few little giveaways. Is my time up already?
No, we're gonna
do we need to go? Oh, okay, great. Well, one thing that I wanted to do first is I wanted to offer a $50 GA pass to the person that can remember how many films we're showing this year at the Gig Harbor Film Festival. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Let's see, what's another good one? Does anybody remember the name of the filmmaker for The Lost Angle? Brandon Hendricks is our filmmaker. Heath Hollinsby helped produce. Does anybody remember the number of Washington premieres that we're going to have this year at the festival? Yes, good job. Good job. What was the name of the film that depicts an extremely rare painting that was discovered 30 years later? What was it? Thief Collector. Oh, that's right. You're already there. You're a VIP. Did you get it? Thief Collector? Okay, we'll give it to you. That's pretty close. All righty. Well, I just thank you so much for your time. We'll open it up to questions.
Who has our first question? Oh, surely there's got to be a few.
There's got to be a few questions.
By the way, you know that $50 fee, that works out to about 80 cents a movie. That's a pretty good
It's a pretty good deal for 3 days of films.
So Pam, you said every film is shown at least twice. Is that true for East of the Mountains as well?
Good catch. No, East of the Mountain is in a category by itself, shall we say. So that's only going to be shown on opening night for the VIP event. Yeah.
How many films do you normally get, or entries do you normally get, and how many do you choose?
That is a great question. So we normally, it varies every year, of course. I think this year we had nearly 600 films submitted. And then we chose about 10%. So it's pretty competitive. But that's how we're able to bring the best of the best to Gig Harbor and remain in the top 100 best reviewed film festivals.
I'm afraid to ask a stupid question.
They're all good.
Why is it called a trailer?
Oh, that's it. Why is it called a trailer? That's a very good question. I would say And my background is actually in marketing. I have not been immersed in the film industry. I'm a film appreciator. It's just the logo, because it's just a very short clip, a trail, if you will, to intrigue you, lead you down the path, and make you interested in the film. That would be my explanation.
My understanding is that in those days, at the end of the film that we had to go to the theater for, they would show these previews that trailed the main movie, so that you could see these to come back next time.
Yes.
So it trailed the main movie.
Ah, thank you, Larry. There you go. We'll go with that too. Yeah.
Pam, it's just so intriguing that the Gig Harbor Film Festival is in the top 1% of the world. What are some of the things, dynamics that created that, caused that to happen?
Well, so the way that we are rated is the filmmakers that actually attend the film. There are like 7 different dimensions. And so the top, I think it's like, let's just say you could get a 5 would be the highest rating out of the 7 different dimensions. So filmmakers have agreed that that's how they're going to rate the film festival. So if you do go online and look at our Film Freeway comments, it will illustrate why filmmakers love to come here. But I will tell you, condensing all the comments, they feel really cared for when they come to Gig Harbor. So we give that small town welcome that people love. I think each filmmaker feels like they are important, like we appreciate that they're here. We want to make their stay a great one. We're very generous with our VIP passes. We give them lodging information. We give them free transportation for the 4 days. They can just call our dispatch, which is going to be John Shoemaker is John's our dispatcher. So he's going to be getting some calls from filmmakers. So we really try to create this incredible 4-day experience for them, if you will. And it starts when we start communicating with the filmmakers. And let's face it, we live in a really beautiful community. It's not hard to pitch Gig Harbor. It's just so beautiful here and people love to come here. We do partner with a lot of the local hotels. So I arrange for discounts. So when filmmakers come, they bring their families, they can stay for a discount at our different hotel partners. And we do have filmmakers that come from all over the country. And we have guests that come from all over the country. So I think it's kind of, we know what our niche is, and that's what we really focus on.
But also, that venue, the Galaxy Theater in the Uptown, is just a fantastic venue for having a film festival because the easy access, tons of parking, multiple theaters.
Yep. That is, it's been fun for me because I've been going to different film festivals, so I can do some research and bring that back to Gig Harbor. So one thing that is unique about Gig Harbor is that we do show all the films in one venue. And a lot of film festivals, you have to drive to different places. And it's not far, it's maybe 5 or 10 minutes. But when you have all your films in one spot and you're in Uptown, so you can go grab a cup of coffee, you can get something to eat, get a glass of wine, it makes it very convenient. Also, the Galaxy is very technologically advanced. And so a lot of filmmakers, they come here, they have never seen their film on the big screen like they see it at the Galaxy. So a month before we have our film festival, every single film we show has been watched by somebody in the Galaxy. They have gone through, they have checked the sound, they have checked the color, they've checked the timing. It is perfection. So filmmakers love that. Maybe they showed their film in a church basement or something. So the Galaxy brings, like I said, they're an incredible partner for us because they provide that level of technology that is not common in the industry. And now that I have gone to a number of different film festivals, I'm able to compare and I'm able to see that. So yeah, they come to the Galaxy, they are super excited. John, we have one more question over here.
Any large market scouts or production studios that show up to watch for talent?
We might, but I do not know. And of course, last year was my first year with the film festival, and we had 2 years quiet with the pandemic before that. So I don't know. It's quite possible, but I'm not sure. We'll see what this year brings.
Any other questions? Last chance.
All righty.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Jeff.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share more about the Gig Harbor Film Festival. We hope to see you guys at the movies. Bye-bye.
Miriam, would you like to come up and talk about what's happening at the chamber?
Sure. So I'd like to introduce our new marketing and communications director, Katie Johnson. She just joined us this week. We'll be formally announcing her in Snapshot this next Monday, but I just wanted to introduce you to her. As you know, Matt Mazzaros is going to be heading up the tourism marketing for that department of the chamber. So he's getting all set up with his office up front. The chamber is now open for visitors on the weekends. So his hours are going to be Saturday through, I think he decided Wednesday. He was trying Monday and Tuesday off, but apparently those are the days that everyone wants to blow up your email. So he was finding it a little easier to take Thursday, Friday off. So we will have hours on the weekends now. So, and that will be 10 to 4, much like our public hours the rest of the week. So we're pretty excited about that. So that's the big one. And we will be having Dave Maston from AWB speaking at our luncheon in September. So first Thursday of the month, if you are interested in hearing about the upcoming legislative session, if that's something of interest to you, if there are questions you may have about the legislative process or bills that are being tracked, be sure to register for that event. And you can do so through the chamber website, gigharborchamber.net. Go to the calendars tab and find the luncheon. So it should be a good one. And we're going to be doing a Hawaiian theme for the meal. So it's going to be pretty fun. We're also looking to do there is a donation page with the Maui Chamber of Commerce, and that will be sharing at the luncheon as well. So if you have interest in helping out other businesses, you can go directly to the Maui Chamber website or Maui Chamber of Commerce website. They've got a link there. So if that's something on your heart, please feel free to do that. Kurt, hey, my friend, what's happening with Penn Met Parks and coming up?
All righty. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Pam, for being here today. It's just so fascinating that we have in the top 1% in the world right here in Gig Harbor. So anyway, today's a special day for Penn Met Parks. At 4:30 this afternoon at the Community Recreation Center, CRC, at the old driving range, we'll have a groundbreaking ceremony at 4:30 for the begin the building process of the new indoor facility, which is going to have indoor soccer, indoor multi-purpose courts, a walking track, and we're also going to extend the Cushman Trail all the way through the property. Representative Michelle Caldier will be there, Spencer Hutchins, and Senator Emily Randall. They were instrumental in acquiring over $1 million from the state of Washington to contribute to the construction of that facility. So show up. It's open to the public. We've restriped the existing parking lot. You can see the improvements we made to the existing building there. They've already pulled up all the old tarmac, the synthetic surface that they use for the driving range. So it's a really special time for Penn Met Parks and our community going forward. Also, the recreation guide is out now. You probably got it in the mail, and you probably noticed if you've gone through it. We've increased the number of adult and senior programming. We're just wrapping up a senior center feasibility study and an aquatic center feasibility study. And some of you participated in that. And the overall recommendation is that those two facilities be combined together and built in the same property as where the indoor recreation facility is. So the big question, of course, is going to be, how do we pay for it? So more on that later on. So what's happening next week at the Public Affairs Forum? Well, Superintendent Creston Barr of the Peninsula School District is going to be here. School starts on Monday, by the way, for the Peninsula School District. So she's going to give us some information on what's happening with back to school this fall and some of the improvements they've made into the overall cycle of the Gig Harbor School District. Anyway, thank you all for being here today. Thank you.
See you all next